Hello everyone. Now, this is a bit of a weirder video. I'm talking. So, yeah. Now, I finally got myself a microphone if you watched the last video. And, yeah, I'm able to do stuff now. I'm able to talk. So today, we are going to be playing Last Legacy Null Space. Okay, let's do this. Click to continue. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Yes, I have actually done a thing on this, but I failed. Alright, so let's do a new file. Hero's name. Now, since I am Gaming 101, I'm going to name it Gaming 101. Okay. One day, our hero was battling okay, I'm gonna turn the volume down. Can you guys still hear me? Well, I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. Okay, one day, our hero was battling the forces of evil. One second. I'm sorry, but this is my first time, so, you know, I'm not very good at this. One day, our hero was battling the forces of evil. But, after what seemed like a victory, the monster summoned a wormhole. Our hero could not escape its grasp. Alright, so we have an inventory of literally nothing. And yeah. Now, just like with the other series that I didn't actually upload, I'm going to be doing this on hard mode, the entire thing. So it should add a little bit of challenge to it. And here we go. Now we already start off with ghosts, which is not a good thing. But the good thing is that I found out something cool. You can actually attack in air. Bum ba da 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 dum bum 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 ba dum. Bum. And remember, our hero does not have a face, so I'm pretty sure the game developers made it like that, so you can really give him whatever face you want. But there's still a posture and stuff like that, so you have to kind of go off that posture. So, the main currency of these games, I don't actually know what these are called, but these are the weird triangles. These are your currency. We haven't unlocked the shop yet. I'm pretty sure after this level we will. Once we unlock the shop, we'll be able to buy stuff there. And there's something I really want to get from there. Because it's amazing if you get it at the beginning of the game. Oh, and by the way, if anyone's trying to play along, I would give you helpful advice and stuff, but A, I'm not good at explaining things, and B, literally, the game actually tells you the stuff you need to do while you're playing it, so. Alright. A treasure chest. Walk up to it and click. A basic scimitar. So now we need to equip it with E. I already know this stuff. You learn it a little bit later, but I know it now, so. Okay. So we're gonna kill this guy. And the reason why I'm hesitant to go on this block is, surprise, surprise, it disappears. So, yeah. Oh god. Yes, you can use kicking with your sword play. There's two classes in this game, the kicker and the sword player. There's also magic, but magic is less of a class. Okay, now this is actually a different wizard than what it would be normally. Normally it would be a fire wizard. This one is an ice. This is actually a sapphire wizard. Basically, what it means by that is it's an ice wizard, basically. It says sapphire, but basically it's ice. Now, wizards can teleport. Oh god. That was bad. You guys probably won't be able to see what just happened, but ow. I just clicked something. And I just clicked an ad, and it sent me to another thing. No, it is not sponsored. So yeah, that was the first boss. Well, I wouldn't say boss. There aren't really bosses in this game aside from the final boss. So yeah, don't get worried about bosses. By the way, you take no fall damage, so basically what that said is that, basically what that is the wormholes are your end of levels. Fudge! Wait, you can slide down walls? Man, there's a lot of controls that I never actually knew. By the way, yes, you die from going off the map. And you guys won't be able to see it because of the way I made this camera, but there's a little thing on the corner that says shift for delta powers, and I'm going to get into that later. It's not really something that you have to be concerned with right now. Now, I'm going to equip the wooden staff because it's actually our first magic weapon. Magic weapons are just staffs. There is one magic weapon that isn't a staff, and it's actually the thing I want to get from the shop because you can get it from the beginning of the game. And I'm pretty sure if you play hard mode, you'll get more money. So, and I'm pretty sure if you collect if you are not careless with, picking up money, you can actually have enough. I think I already have enough actually to buy it. It's like $250. That's a really good piece of equipment. The golden apple. It actually gives you 1 more HP, which may not sound like much, but it is really good. So yeah. Now, fun fact. This was actually another piece of equipment. This was actually intended to be my first video, just it became a fail, so yeah. Also remember to check out Andy's and my channel. Well, you're already on my channel, so guess you don't need to check out that, but always remember to check out Andy's and our channel, I guess you could say. What do I mean by our channel? You can't see the stats, but it says knockback +1. I have a silver ring here. Book of Winds, it gives me 50 more MP, and that gives me 25. That gives me more resist and a little bit more speed. That gives me only magic. I think it's more useful. This does give me more magic attack, but I think it's the silver ring would be more useful to me, because the Book of Wind, really the main reason you get the Book of Winds is for the speed, and really, unless you get really lucky like I did in my non-actual playthrough, you get like a level 3 version of it. Yeah. Okay, this is the thing I want. Throwing axes. Goodbye, wooden staff. I'm also gonna sell the Book of Winds because it's not useful to us right now. Okay, let's see here. By the way, if you collect an item, you'll be able to buy it in the shop. So if you sell an item. So, I sold him the Book of Winds, he can now sell me a Book of Winds. He can also sell me a halberd, but it has less base power than the scimitar. Does have way more range, though. So, yeah. And, I'm actually going to buy a spark staff, because that can actually be useful. Okay, let's go into our equipment real quick. I'm going to equip the throwing axe, and we have no boots so far. There were wizard slippers that I could have bought. I believe I don't have enough money for them now. Yeah, they're 300. Oh, and by the way, I'm just gonna say there are differences between normal and hard mode. So yeah, I just didn't want to do a normal. That's a book of winds, isn't it? Or is it a brown book? Oh, that was actually pretty hilarious. As you see, this is a really good ribbon. It has kind of an arc on it, which the arc can be, or the throwing distance can be, fixed with a horn because it gives you physical power. And most people think that physical power, it means, okay, let me just go into here, and look at the horn. Okay, how do I, nothing, horn. So it says power attack. Now most people think, oh, that means it gives you more attack. And yes, you would be right. It's actually stands for physical attack. But the thing is, it also stands for a couple other things, like the amount of damage you do, and it stands for the amount of damage you do, and it also stands for certain things like this. This is a unique magic weapon. I really don't get why this is magic, but I'm pretty sure they had to nerf it somehow. I still think that it's overpowered nonetheless, whether it's you got a nerf or not, but it's nerfed or nothing. Okay, let's see here. Gonna get rid of that and that. Now, let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. Just kind of make a ladder for myself. Oh, and I completely forgot to introduce this. This is Delta. This is basically our maneuvering things. You can use Delta to place a block, or you can use Delta to remove a block. Now that's removed. Now that's placed. And now I can jump on it, it's a physical object. And now if I say I want to get rid of all three of these, press the right click, they're all gone. Now one thing I like about this power is, you can literally stop things. Plus everything's in slow motion. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, these little darts, you can actually deflect them with your sword, but I prefer not to. Now we're gonna get into one of the hardest, well, these giant triangles, okay, I haven't gotten into it yet, but these giant triangles are basically like a lottery. They're in very difficult places to get to, but they provide extreme money. So yeah. Oh, by the way, if you make a block and remove blocks, like stuff like that, you'll actually be able to see. So I have 2 blocks that are removing stuff and 1 block that's becoming a solid. And you can even see what block they're removing. And by the way, before you ask that I could have just skipped that entire puzzle, stone blocks cannot be deltaed. It's only dirt blocks. And different types of levels have different types of dirt blocks, and sometimes depending on the dirt blocks, they're not even dirt at all. But normally you can tell if it's not going to be deltaed. Now we have these switches right here, and we also have a delta thing. Now this, okay, by the way, that's called a delta orb. It basically controls where you're gonna delta. So in this perimeter, I can delta. Ooh, that actually has a really weird effect. I'm sorry if I'm making any of you sick. Yeah. Okay, so, okay. Oh god. As you see there, I can deflect these with my sword. By the way, there's an air attack, there's a ground attack, there's a kick. You can always do a kick, but there are some things where there are some things that boost the kick, ability. Okay. Now, one thing I like. Okay, I'm not going to be able to make it from there. Now, this red switch moves it back, so I can move it back a little. And then just grab on. Hup. Okay. Do that. Boom. So deltas can really be used in any way you want them to. They can be used as a barrier for something. Oh, by the way, if something is out of range, I'm actually gonna move this away. If something is out of range, it just goes back to you. So you never have to worry about all that stuff. Now I'm just gonna block these. Actually, yeah, your character is below a block tall, so crouching really doesn't make a difference, but it's your only way to kick. That is a thorn wizard. That's basically their attack. By the way, they can actually drop their respective staffs, and you can actually use them. Like the spark staff I got, there is actually a wizard that uses the spark staff, and there is probably a way that you could get it from that wizard. Okay, now I'm gonna. Okay, it dropped nothing. You guys may be saying, "Oh, it probably dropped something," but because you can't actually see the full screen. Sorry, it's just how it is. I messed up a little with the recording. Oh, by the way, when you press right click, it actually gets rid of everything except for the block you're standing on. Or if you're inside of a block, then it will not get rid of the block because then you would just be dead. Bad thing is, oh, by the way, if you go too far away from deltas, they will also go back to you. Okay, now we have reverse delta orbs. Red orbs. These prevent delta power. You'll normally only see these things next to a delta orb because they're literally the opposite. They will, up in a place where you can use delta, they will basically prevent you from using delta. That's why they're placed right there, because you can't. People don't want you to skip their levels. Now, I want to actually see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to actually see if I equip that. Oh my god, that is actually really handy. Okay. Get that. Alright. Boom, boom. By the way, if you're actually staying on top of a block, it will not work. It will not delta. Now we have a delta orb right here. By the way, remember, you can just skip half blocks if you're already running. Oh, fudge. I was crouched, so I didn't expect that. Now, these things can actually go back and hit enemies, as you saw there. It was a little bit close range. By the way, these red things, they're not as strong, so they just poof. So, as you see here, I'm actually fighting back with these things. It depends a little bit on how you shoot it. And it depends another way on just luck. By the way, ooh, I just got a crimson staff. That's much better than getting it for money. Yeah, this game is kind of gambling. It's like, do you want to use your stuff or not? Oh my god, that is so useful. By the way, there is an item later that we'll get that also increases your HP. And it actually does it in a better way because it gives you other stats as well. I don't know why there's a way to go back for that. But I guess if some way you messed up. Now, it may seem like I can't get up here, but you just need to place one block. Remember, your character can grab. Ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. We still haven't gotten shoes, so I'm actually should I you know what, I'm gonna wait until we get the upgrader. The upgrader is actually, I'm not gonna spoil it. Now spikes, they're very bad. They get rid of 2 points of HP. Now the reason I did that is because I'm not actually gonna be using these. So it really doesn't matter. Oh, fudge. Okay, I kind of deserve that for just showing that off. Now these dogs, they are chargers. They will just charge you. They won't. Oh god. Okay. Don't hit me, young man. I love doing that so much. By the way, I've had it sometimes where wizards actually teleport to their death. Since wizards can only teleport when they're on the ground, I've seen wizards teleport literally like over an abyss. And since they can only teleport when they make it to the ground, they can't teleport fast. Ooh, that's really good. That is actually really good. Because that actually increases my kicking by a lot. That's actually a really good piece of equipment. It does actually get rid of my speed just by 1 bit. I'm still really fast though. Okay. Okay. That's the stuff you're gonna see in hard mode. By the way, in hard mode, I don't know if I already said this or not, but in hard mode, you get to, it's not just harder enemies. By the way, I'm just gonna skip this because I once had, in my actual training video, I did this and I died 7 times. Yep, 7. So I'm just gonna skip all of that. I don't really care if I don't get the fire staff or anything, because it really isn't needed this early in the game. Like, I'm fine if I don't get it. Now, one thing I like to do is whenever you see one of those little hearts, put down all your golden apples so you can have full max HP, because, or whenever you see those big hearts too, because they fully recover your HP. Fudge. Okay, no, okay. Nope. There we go, I'm dead. You should put on all your golden apples, because then you'll have a bunch of HP. You'll actually have max HP, for your character. Now I'm trying to knock that guy down, so either he falls into the abyss, which will kill any mob, or I can fight him down there, because fighting him on that kind of ground doesn't seem great. And I know fighting him on spinning ground isn't good either, but wow. Did he drop anything? That was my fault. Okay. Oh, great. You know, wearing headphones for so much time can really take it out of you. Wow. Was that 10 damage he did to me? Did he seriously just knock me to the other stage? Most of the stages, you can't even do that. Oh, great. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear me like that, so I'm just going to turn down the volume. Like, my head is kind of hurting from these headphones, because they're not the best headphones. I couldn't find my good ones. And he dropped nothing after all of that. He didn't drop iron armor, iron shield. By the way, the iron shield is the thing I was talking about. That gives you 1 more HP and gives you extra stats too. I kind of get it because, you know, a shield can save your life. But, you know, I guess it can also break somehow. So, by the way, if you're playing normally, this is where, below this jump pad. Oh, I forgot to mention the main thing of this level. I'm sorry, but you probably know already. The main thing of this level was, the fact that these jump pads can jump you higher. So, let's jump in. Okay, we have unlocked the upgrader. Now I'm gonna sell the Crimson Staff. Crimson Staff +1. Did I seriously just do... Okay. At least I get more money out of it. 2 golden apples, I don't really need that. Plus they sell for a lot, so might as well sell them. Spiked boots. Now those spiked boots are good, but I don't want them. Now the thing I am gonna upgrade is these throwing axes because I'm gonna use them throughout the game. Not enough money to upgrade. Oh great. Now I'm just gonna quickly do the first level. Now this may sound weird, but this thing is gonna be really easy. Now the funny thing about when I first played this game, when I first played this game, I had no idea that like that there was random drops like even in the beginning of the game. By the way, you can see how much different things are. So yeah, you can kind of see here. Now, from that Crimson Wizard, you can actually get a Crimson Staff. And on my first playthrough, I actually got it. So, you can imagine how confused I was when I got the Wooden Staff. I'm like, another thing? By the way, I don't know what's the best hotkeys for items. I just always put my magic item on right click and my main item on left click because that's just how I play. So yeah, I got that wooden staff and I'm like, why? Because it's so much weaker than my already existing weapon. Like, why would I use it? Oh god. Like, why in the world? Oh, by the way, you can see that this is all different. Like, why would I ever use that? And it was because I wasn't actually supposed to get that. I wasn't actually supposed to get that crimson staff in the beginning. Oh my god, these headphones. Ow. Kind of burns a little bit. By the way, this says the same thing every time. Oh. That's just great. That is just great. Alright. Now, I know the basic scimitar I'm not going to use. Because we're about to actually get, very soon, we're actually about to get some better stuff. I'm going to sell that. Going to sell the crimson staff. Or the wooden staff, sorry. And by the way, it puts 2 checks if you've beat both things. Now, I actually want to see real quick. Do they have the item I want? Nope, still not yet. I believe it's when you beat the first row of levels. By the way, we're gonna do this. Oh, by the way, that's a spark wizard. And since you guys didn't actually get to see his attack, I'm actually gonna show you guys his attack. Oh, great. Okay, these guys. Now this is basically it. It's just a bunch of things. Now, if you pay good attention, you will know that this is the tool that the hero used to defeat the evil beast at the beginning. One second, this might sound a little weird, but I'm getting texts. Or not texts, but messages. One second. No, not yet. Now, I will remind you guys that I'm only a kid. I'm not an adult yet, so there's gonna be room for failure. Hopefully you guys can help me along as I go. How do I get back up here? There's a way to, I know. Okay. Oh great, I don't have my... This is way better. Like seriously, it's way better. Because it costs so much mana. Fine. Haha, you thought I was AFK, aren't you? Okay, now just gonna... Okay, quickly. Carefully. Okay, I'm gonna quickly, but carefully. So you guys know that my videos so far have been Flash games. So how do you guys like my selection of games? I'm gonna try to do games that you wouldn't really expect. Oh, great, a throwing axe. Yeah, you would have to get it you would get it that late in the game. Well, not late in the game, but really having this thing as early as you can is always good. This is the point where I wished I had a actual staff that could shoot like for long distances. But whatever. There we go. By the way, I'm not sure if these ghosts can drop anything or not, but all I know is that I'm pretty sure if they ever did drop anything, it'd probably be like a horn or something like that. The bad thing about this game is that when I use shift for delta, sometimes it doesn't work because I have caps lock on. And that's just an accident because sometimes I press it while I'm pressing W, A, and D. Okay, now, all right. You can really cheat this guy if you just keep hitting him like that. Now we got handcuffs. I'm gonna actually read this description for you real quick. Handcuffs. They disable you from using your hands to attack, but they increase, you guys probably can't see that. I'm not sure if you can or cannot, but they increase your kicking ability. So, yeah, your kick is a +5. Now that would be good if you actually want to kick, but I am not a kicking class. Okay, there we... man, I can't even upgrade that yet. I can't even get to a tier 3 with that item, I'm pretty sure. That's great. And now we have a whole bejesus of ghosts. All you just need to do is get your throwing axe. I'm pretty sure you have to have at least a throwing axe by this point. If you are playing along, I suggest you play along in hard mode. By the way, you do not want to destroy that thing. You can get a free heal. And now I'm pretty sure I remember. Wait a minute, are you kidding me? Okay, just gonna reset. I always love doing that, like doing a flip right before I die. Okay, now recharge my mana and rush you. Recharge my mana and rush you. I love doing that. By the way, that was actually 2 good things. Basic halberd and a horn. Now the basic halberd is a ridiculously long-range physical weapon. It's okay, I guess, but I'm glad I actually got it for free because you guys were probably gonna, kill me if I didn't explain it. Are you kidding me? By the way, if you're annoyed that I'm not actually using my physical weapon, please don't be, because having these throwing axes, it's really hard it's really hard to use your physical weapon that does way less damage. Actually, now that I think of it, I actually never took a hit from that wizard this time. By the way, the sparks that come off the throwing axes, they can actually hit enemies. Okay, made it. Alright, and there we go. So yeah, you can either get a full heal or a thing. I'm pretty sure it's very easy to get both, but in my opinion, it's kind of hard to get both. Alright. Whenever I see that ledge, I immediately think I'm supposed to grab onto it and there's something above, but there never is. Ain't nothing here either. I wonder if it's possible to get in there. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but get in there, without dying. Ooh, what is that? A brown book. Not a book of winds, though. Okay. Now, this is a really grid puzzle. It might be hard to get at first, but it's actually really easy. By the way, the main gimmick of this puzzle is that these blocks, when you stand on them, they go down. They're weighted. This puzzle may fool you in the beginning. Because it's kind of tricky, and trust me, it fooled me in the beginning. But it's actually quite easy. All you have to do is climb up something, and then okay, basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use those levers to raise these things. Then you're supposed to jump over here and activate that, so you can go over here, activate those two things. Then you're supposed to go over here, press this switch again, so you can over here, and that does decrease the thing. But now we can go over here without having to use that. And now we can raise this. Now we pull that down, so now we can actually get here without using that. So now we finally press that. We're able to get here just fine. We're able to get here just fine. We're able to get here without that guy's companionship. Raise this down. And now finally, for the last thing we do, we press that lever one more time. We climb up here. And you could do the whole thing again, but I'd rather just do that. And we go through the portal. Okay. By the way, all these levels have names, but I'd rather just forget about their names. Get rid of the halberd, get rid of the throwing axe, get rid of the handcuffs because I'm not a kicker class. Okay, now, have you restocked with the thing? Nope. Actually, what equipment do I have on? Okay. Now this is going to take a lot of money. But do that. And now, we're going to, first of all, we're going to go into the shop. We're going to sell this. And we're going to keep this because it's actually really good. We're going to sell this. And that's it. That's all we're going to sell. And then we're going to go to the upgrader. We're going to go down to the Book of Winds. We're going to upgrade it. Upgrade it. Okay, we can't upgrade it anymore. And now, let's go to our silver ring. This gives me 25 MP off the bat now. So now I can equip that. And now I can go over here, sell it for 50 gold. That's the way to manage money in this game. Now, we have to beat this last level, and then I'm pretty sure that we'll get the item that we need. By the way, the whole gimmick of this level is there's... Okay. This gives me a really eerie thing, especially when you hear it through the headphones. Because you get that feeling of there's something more important than you down here. Something bigger than you. Something that could kill you with ease. Oh god. And then you see all these thorns going everywhere. Let me use Delta real quick. Make that a block. Oh, this is actually a block that you can stand on. Didn't know that. So, by the way, even though this is very eerie, don't worry about it. By the way, this is a mushroom. It's a regular mushroom, so the thing we saw before, it was just a fake copy. Well, okay. I'm trying not to get angry because this isn't meant to be a rage game. It's just that I get impatient the more I die. And plus, I'm playing hard mode. No one said this was gonna be easy. Come on! I don't even remember thorn wizards being here. You gonna attack me one more time? No? Great. It's the whole thing about the knockback. I really wish I had resist on this thing. Resist is basically your resistance to knockback. And you're dead. You give me nothing, because of course. I never actually used the thorn staff, ever. Okay. So yeah, there's moving platforms, and they're also... Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Okay. Ooh, that's a really good item. The Cursed Amulet. That increases your damage. Power attack, that gives me... Okay, that gives me knockback. Ooh, that increases a lot more. It does decrease my HP by 1 though, but that will be cancelled out by my golden apple. There is another amulet. You know, I'm not gonna do it. Health is way too important. Especially if you're like me, doing... Ah! Are you kidding me a 3rd time? Really? And the worst thing is, I'm losing HP as I go. So eventually there won't be any part of me left to do this ride again. By the way, don't press click at any time because you will fall down. Okay, now this is what I'm gonna do. Hup. You are not going to kill me now. By the way, once you kill a wizard, I'm pretty sure all of its spells goes away. Okay. Now, by the way, you might think that Spark Wizard is a little bit off-placed. Nope, he can fire through walls. Got a silver ring. I'm surprised we haven't gotten the gold ring yet. The gold ring is basically an upgraded version of... By the way, it tells you when you're out of Delta. Alright, now there's one way to do this, and then there's another way to do this. One way to do this is just cover up that thing. Another way is you could just swoop in and take it, because you'll actually skip 1 block. Alright, remember to right click during this, because if you don't have right click, it can be annoying. Worst thing is, I never actually knew that you could right click before. And now we have these little things. Yup, they shoot that. They're basically power-up version of the wizards. Book of Winds. Okay. And yes, you can hit it back, but I'm not going for that. No, you can't attack that. By the way, this thing takes no flinching, ever. It never... Ooh, gold ring, nice. Finally got it. Okay, that gives me 50 MP. Oh my god, that is a really good thing, and I'm so glad I got it so early. A horn that increases one's physical strength. But it's really good. Way better than the normal horn. A horn that increases one's physical strength. 6, 2. You see, that's a very big difference. Kick. Alright. Gonna equip that definitely. I'm gonna upgrade that too. I'm pretty sure you get a better one later in the game, but you're gonna go for me, aren't you? Goodbye. By the way, yes, you can use the. Oh, okay, so I can't go there. I hate these balanced platforms. They're so hard to figure out sometimes. And I can't go back to get there hard. Well, okay, that was actually the first death. I'm actually kind of happy that happened, because we actually got to see what a death is like. Okay, good. I still have all my things because I equipped it. Okay. Yeah, that thing does horrendous damage. Luckily, it can't shoot through walls. Okay, could you imagine? Okay, I killed it. And since it's one of the more powerful monsters, it gives you a lot of gold for defeating it. Or it gives you a lot of those triangles. I braced myself for that. Okay, got wizard slippers. By the way, not able to get through. Huh. Okay. I walked right into that one. And there we go with the whole, you know. Okay, I kind of walked into that one too. What? There's one of those in here? That's the real reason you need Delta. Are you kidding me? That's so delightful. So very delightful. Thank God your accuracy is terrible. And there ends that. Yes, you can break that, but it's really hard to do at times. The way you fire those bullets is so unpredictable. One of these days, I'm gonna get a thorn staff, just for the sheer amount of things I've been killing. Oh my God, would you just... Okay. Keep calm. Utah. No. Why? I just want to get through this stupid puzzle. Yeah, you guys get to see now how I really am. Do you like me? I swear I'm just raging. Okay. Well, the path opening. I really like this game, actually. And you know what? I'm just skipping all of that. Okay, that'll end this episode. But the thing is, we finally have what I want. Get rid of you, basic Centaur. Hello? Are you kidding? Oh, that's so hilarious. That's just hilarious, man. That is just hilarious. Okay. Cursed Amulet, bye-bye. Wizard's Opus, bye-bye. Now, Flame Sword. Now we actually have the Thorn Staff and this Sapphire Scepter too. You can also have Full Iron Armor. Oh, yeah, it's the Full Iron Armor that increases your max HP, but at the cost of mobility and magic. Let's see here. By the way, since I've sold all these things. Oh, yeah, he also has the Damage Amulet. This is the better version of the Cursed Amulet. And it's cheaper, too. It doesn't, increase as much. Look at the stat. Like, the stats are way increased, but you don't have to, you know, deal with, you know, that. Okay, I'm actually gonna sell my boots for these, because these are better for me. Okay. Alright. Alright guys, that'll be it for today, and for your motivation to keep watching, next video, we'll be able to test out our Flame Sword. So, see you guys next time.